Hi, this is the Bratz Boyz Club, and I am Jesse. And today I'm going to introduce you to yet another one of my Bratz Boys. It's been quite a while since I've actually added another one of the guys to my collection, to my ever-growing collection. But I was sort of like kind of holding back to see what boys I would be able to bump into online instead of just jumping in to search for them. And kind of got a little distracted and went another way for a little while. But I sort of bumped into a version of Bryce. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. That I have been sort of like putting a pause on because I don't want to overspend on pretty much any of them anymore, at least for the moment being. I really wanted to have this version of Bryce because I have the other version of him. I don't really know how many versions there are. I'm going to try to investigate a little. I'll do a little bit of research here and there regarding his many different versions. So far, I've got one already. And so I really wanted this version. However, this Bratz Boy version of him in particular, the one I purchased, eh, it's not in the greatest condition, more so than all of the other ones I have, um, due to the fact the pricing was way below average, what it normally should be for one of these guys, because they are indeed vintage. They're kind of old. So without further ado, let me show you Mr. Bryce, Mr. Super Sexy and Hot Bryce. He is so totally hot and sexy. I just totally love him. I've loved Bryce as well as the other guys. I mean, from the get-go. Like, as soon as I saw him being part of the Bratz Boys, I could not get over it. And so here he is. And he is, according to the Bratz Boys fan page, a 2007. He came out with the 2007 The Movie, or that was the series for these. It looks like for the Bratz Boys, he is the only one for this line from 2007, which is The Movie. The theme was, red carpet movie, famous, sort of like popular, blah, blah, blah. So for that year of 2007, for this line, this collection in particular, of the boys, of the guys, it's only Bryce. I don't see anybody else. It looks like the others are just Bratz, Chloe, Jade, Sasha, and Yasmin. So who cares about them? But as far as the guys are concerned, like, this is pretty much it. There is no other Bratz boy. So pretty much, I believe that around the years of 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, we started seeing a decline on pretty much everything regarding the Bratz Boys. They were a little bit better, like I've mentioned in many of my previous videos. They were a lot more focused, like a little bit like the Bratz themselves. There was a lot more to them. The boxes were better. The accessories that came with the Bratz Boy, with each doll, were way better. You can see a significant difference over the years, leading up to mid 2000s as opposed to the early 2000s when everything was still okay. You can see now that pretty much for this, for Bryce and the movie collection inner series of 2007, you only get the doll, you get the trading card, and then of course, let me check if there's anything else. It looks like that's pretty much it. You just get a doll with a trading card for this Bryce in this version, this collection inner series, and that's all. I believe that the girls might have come in with The Bratz might have had a little bit more in their box, and their box must have been a little bit bigger. I really don't know, as I don't purchase those. But as far as Bryce, that's pretty much all you've got. You don't have anything else. And I'm still like head over heels for him. He's such a hottie. Like I said before, I'm such a fan of him as I am as of all the other Bratz Boys. I just love his name. I love everything that they give him to wear. I wish they would have actually paid more attention to him like they did with the other boys, especially in the beginning. Maybe they should have introduced him early on as well. That's just my opinion. But so yeah, so like I said, like I mentioned before, I right now I'm like a little on the fence regarding collecting these guys. I'm still a super fan. I'm like right there, number one. I am their groupie, so I'm gonna be there just looking and checking to see what I can get my hands on. That is rather a little bit more affordable than everything I've had add to my collection before this year and the year before. But I'm not gonna go overboard anymore. So with this sexy studly guy, I have to admit that the pricing was actually much more appropriate than anything I've ever purchased to date. Um, Shipping and handling plus taxes were actually much more expensive than him at all. Usually I don't pay that much for shipping and handling. Unfortunately, the website that I use now, um, well, that I used to use and that I sometimes often use now, I believe it's the regular seller's website. The shipping and handling and the taxes are absurd. So I had to pay a little bit more than I wanted to for shipping and handling and taxes. However, because of the condition that he is in, he was, I'm thinking, about 30 to 40, 50, maybe $60 um, cheaper than the alternatives which are available now on the auction website that I frequent as well for my purchases for these guys. So, you know, I have to admit I did miss out a little. If I would have spent a little bit more money, I would have gotten something better. But I wasn't really interested on dropping that much money on him, unfortunately. So I'll have to make do with what I got. I still think he's extremely gorgeous and awesome, and I just couldn't wait to get my hands on him when he arrived. The seller was incredible. I don't know if they are a collector or not, but they were incredible to deal with. I had no issues or problems with them. I rated them accordingly, like I have with all the other collectors and our sellers. So that was fine. Um, but yes, so the pricing was below average. The minimum pricing was impressive. So I knew I had to have them since I couldn't really. I did not couldn't. I really didn't want to have to afford something more. And so I'll explain. I'll make this quick. Hopefully not too quick. But so the box is a little damaged. There's a little bit of damage to the box. It's not perfect. But that's totally okay. You can see the wear and tear all over the place. It's kind of like not too bad, but you can see even the tape dots are kind of untaped, unkept. There's a lot of scuffing. There's a lot of plastic damage, like scuffing, whatever you want to call it. It looks like it's been roughed up. The cardboard is also very damaged. There's a little bit of the damage right there. I'll get that closer so you can see it. So far, that's the most awful one. That's the most awful damage I've seen for the cardboard. Right now, the rest of the cardboard is okay. I'm going to pass him over to the side so you can see the side of him. And here is the side of Mr. Sexy Studly Bryce. I'll pass the other side. Okay. Okay, let's let's take a look at the other side. There we go. And here's the other side of Mr. Bryce. Let's see. And that's the other side. And here we go again. Like I said, the box is not too bad, but it's not the greatest. Definitely not the greatest. And you can definitely tell the wear and tear. It's pretty much the same as all the other boxes. There's incredible art in the front and in the back. With, of course, a little picture of Mr. Sexy Studley Bryce with a little bit of an introduction. And his name, of course, and then you get the name of the series and their collection, you know, the movie. Of course, you cannot forget the logo for the Bratz Boyz on one side, and then you get like the little MGA logo at the bottom, but it looks incredible anyway. It doesn't look that bad. And let me tilt it so you can take a look at the bottom. There we go. And here's the bottom, pretty much same as every other box. It's got information down there with the logos, the brand logos, everything. I don't really know if there's a date. I'm going to have to take a look at the video so I can tell, but I don't see anything. If you see something, let me know. Like I was saying before, there's a lot of wear and tear to the box. I believe on this side you can actually view, aside from the damage, you know, to most of it, and to this little plastic thing in the back, you can see it's not perfect. And to the cardboard, there's also, like, this side doesn't have any tape dots. It has a straight piece of tape, clear tape, which is okay. It's cool. I do that myself with mine, just not that size. But there is tape that's going from the top, near the top, to the bottom, all the way almost to the bottom. I think it even reached the cardboard. Yeah, it did. Because the person who owned this, they sealed it. They wanted to keep it sealed, so they used that kind of tape. I use tape as well like that, just not in that fashion. I usually love to do like just little strips that would match where the dots would be, even though they're not dots myself, like the ones I have for mine, like as well. So pretty much like for these, for the mid to later 2000s, like I explained before, they don't really have much anything in the box anymore. They do look incredible, they're amazing, and I just totally love still what they look like. The design is always very impressive, but other than that, there's nothing that really is offered with them. So yeah, this one didn't come with anything, just like I mentioned, the trading card, and of course the doll. And of course the doll is wearing something like clothing, and then that's it. And of course the art and the pretty little stuff of the box is incredible too. You know, it's got, like in the front as it did in the back, you know, the name of the series and their collection, the movie, and the Bratz Boyz logo, and the Bratz Boyz carved out little photo. Incredible. I love that. It's amazing. I just love how they are with the boxes, even though they're super cheap and they're not as great as they used to be. So like I said before, this was an actual steal. It was amazing to purchase this one online. I did not purchase this one from the auction website that I usually frequent. I purchased it from the seller's website that I frequented, and I still do. But it was okay. The seller was incredible. I communicated exceptionally with them. He is incredible. He's amazing. There's not too much damage, just, you know, enough for you to notice that he is kind of old. I have some of my own that I purchased that look kind of, you know, wear and tear, scuffs here, scuffs there. So with these, it's just difficult to, you know, keep them pristine. Some collectors do. I don't know how they do it. They're impressive. But people like me and a few others, it's just impossible to keep them perfect. So, like I said, this one is the Bratz boy Bryce, another version of him from 2007 from the series intercollection called The Movie. And as far as I know, there is no other Bratz boy. There is only the Bratz boy Bryce, and then the Bratz, a few of the Bratz. So I was really, really desperate to get my hands on this one in the beginning, and I decided to wait on it. And sort of like now that I really didn't want to spend too much or almost nothing at all, so I was able to get like a little, good offer. Not that I really requested an offer, but it was available for about less, so I was really, really happy. So this is pretty much it for my video of Mr. Super Sexy Studly Bryce from the 2007 collectioner series, The Movie, which of course he's the only Bratz boy, and the others are the Bratz. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully I got to introduce to you another very super studly sexy, so interesting Bratz boy that you were so desperately awaiting for to meet. Hopefully, if not, it's totally okay. I hope that in the near future I get to get my hands on others, or a couple of others more, and you get to see them and I get to introduce them to you and talk to you a little bit about them. But that's pretty much it for today and for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I cannot wait to definitely upload another video soon of either another one of my Bratz Boys if I get my hands on one, or a Bratz Mobile. That's what I call my little Bratz Boys cars that I just purchased that I shall soon be uploading a video of as well. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you then.